Hey everyone, this is Lauren Mack. Today I'm going to share with you several different ideas for side hustles that myself, my husband, or my family members have used to generate extra income over the years. There are endless videos out there with suggestions on side hustles, and believe me when I tell you that I have tried many of them and they don't always work out. That is why I wanted to create this video, to help give you some ideas that you can use to generate extra income to get out of debt, pay off your credit cards, invest, and get out of the rat race. So let's jump right in. Let's start by asking the question, what is a side hustle? Generally speaking, a side hustle is a job or an activity you do to earn money outside of your regular 9-to-5 job. Many common side hustles that you often hear about are rideshare drivers who work for Uber or Lyft. Amazon drivers is another common one. Many times people take on a part-time job in the evening or weekends, like waiting tables at a restaurant, or working as a cashier at a store, or seasonal work like tax repairs during the tax season, or working in retail during the holiday season. Many people do side hustles for many different reasons. Like I said, the side hustle that I'm going to tell you today are ones that we have used to generate income over the years, so I know that they're effective. The first side hustle I'm going to tell you about is one that my husband has been doing for years, and he loves it. Teaching online. Now you may be thinking, wait a second, I'm not a teacher, I have absolutely no teaching experience, I could never do that. That is exactly what my husband thought too. But it turned into a good paying side hustle that he enjoys and always looks forward to. He teaches English as a foreign language to children located all over the world who are very interested in learning English in order to improve their language proficiency. The best thing about teaching online is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. All you need to do is get a laptop with a camera and an internet connection. One benefit of this job is that most students are located across the globe in different time zones. This means that you can often teach early in the morning or in the evening or on the weekends, so it doesn't interfere with your 9-to-5 job. My husband makes around $20 an hour working from the comfort of home. There are many different online ESL companies out there, and there always seem to be hiring. Not interested in teaching English? That is absolutely okay. There are many different online tutoring companies that need people to help tutor and students in a variety of different subjects like math, science, music. There are even online companies like OutSchool that enable you to create your own curriculum. Teach students anything you like on your schedule, and you get to set the price. I have even seen people teaching kids how to bake cupcakes, how to do art, or even exercise routines. Literally, the options are endless. Many people actually turn online teaching into a full-time job, and oftentimes they work for more than one company to help maximize their earnings. Another nice perk of online teaching is that you usually work as an independent contractor, which means that you're your own boss. The next side hustle that I'm going to talk to you about is one that my brother has done. Flipping furniture online. He would find old coffee tables or end tables for sale at garage sales, estate sales, Facebook Marketplace, or thrift stores. He would refurbish the table by first sanding them to remove the paint, and then he would paint or stain them, replace the hardware, and make them look really nice. He would then post them online and sell them for significantly more than he paid for them. The actual work was fun, and it was very rewarding to see an old, worn-out piece of furniture be given a new life. It's always a good idea to go online or simply go shopping to get an idea of what's trending and how much items are selling for. If you know what you're looking for and have done a bit of research, you might even make a discovery of a very valuable antique piece of furniture. Oftentimes, on the last day of a garage sale or an estate sale, you can get pieces of furniture for free because they haven't sold and the seller simply want to get rid of it because they want to move and they simply want it gone. Is there something you could fix up and sell for more? If so, let me know in the comment section below. The same brother decided to level up his side hustle, so instead of finding pieces of furniture to refurbish, he went to Etsy and found furniture that was trending. One piece he found that was appealing to him was a pallet coffee table and end tables. He built a couple of samples, made his own Etsy store, and started selling so many of them that he ended up hiring his friends to help build the tables. He was literally making thousands of dollars per year and mostly outsourcing the labor to friends who need work. I would like to add that side hustles where you're selling products, especially if you choose one in a saturated market, can be hard to sell because you still have to be able to market yourself and your product, which is why it's important to find something that's either slightly unique or significantly better than the competition. I often see on Instagram some accounts saying, just go to Alibaba, buy 1,000 flip-flops for $1 each, then sell them for $5 each, and now you've made $4,000. Well, that's not necessarily wrong. It's way oversimplified because it leaves out the hardest and most overlooked component, which is marketing. You can't just create a website for flip-flops and the orders start pouring out. Now, if you live near the beach, found an extra cute flip-flop, and could start a little stand and a place with a lot of foot traffic, then maybe so. But you have to come up with the full plan first and test your idea. The next side hustle I'm going to tell you about is another one that I've used while working for a company in corporate America. Making food to sell at your office. Now, you might have to get permission from HR or your boss for this one, but if they allow it, it can generate a nice bit of extra income while you're already at your 9-to-5 job. If you're a baker, maybe you can sell some of your treats to sell in the break room at work. If your company does working lunches, consider catering the lunch yourself and have your employer pay for it. When I was working for a company in Texas, many people would show up in the morning hungry because they didn't have time to grab their breakfast on the way out the door. So I started making breakfast burritos in the morning before work. I would take them with me to the office and sell them in the break room. I would sell out immediately, and pretty soon, coworkers came to rely on getting their breakfast from me at work. It was a fun side hustle that did not require much investment in time or money, but generated a nice piece of extra income every week. Another option I've seen is someone has brought in snacks in offices that did not have access to snack machines or stores nearby. When that 2 p.m. hunger hits, you can make some good money. The next one I want to share with you was started by another brother. My grandfather owned a mechanic shop with a large parking lot near a live music bar. There was not much parking around this particular bar, and people would just park in my grandfather's parking lot. My brother got the idea of charging for parking on the weekends. He bought some cones, a reflective vest, and a fanny pack, and he put up a sign, and he would fill up the parking lot every weekend and make hundreds of dollars each night he did it. Now, you'd be thinking, this is great, Lauren, but my family doesn't own a parking lot near a bar or a music venue. However, this side hustle requires very little startup cash or overhead. I would suggest locating event venues, bars, music venues, etc. in your town or city and see if there are any unused parking lots or businesses nearby. You could contact the business or lot owner and ask them if you could set up paid parking in their lot on certain evenings or nights and offer to pay them even 20 to 40%. Then you don't own the lot, you have minimal overhead, and you can make money quickly, and they get extra money for literally doing nothing. If they're worried about people leaving their cars there, you can have a sign with hours and have the cars towed if they overstay. Again, this one will take a little legwork on your part, but can be very lucrative without much overhead. The next one I'm going to tell you about may require a little bit of upfront cash, and that is rental income. Rental properties are a great way to generate extra income. As I have mentioned before, this is how we initially built our wealth. We would buy a house, live in it, rent it once we bought a new house, and we continued to repeat until we started just buying investment properties without living in them. Acquiring rental properties is always a great strategy for generating additional income and building wealth. But what if you're not in a position to buy real estate right now? Well, if you already have a home or apartment and you have an extra bedroom, an unused basement, or a garage apartment, you might consider renting it out on Airbnb. This can be an excellent way to generate extra income. This strategy works out really well if you live in a city that hosts hugely popular and large events that attracts many visitors to your city, such as music festivals, a race, or some kind of fun event. This can be even more lucrative if you live close to where the event's taking place. During these events, hotels often sell out quickly or become extremely expensive, which creates an excellent opportunity to rent out that spare room or even your whole house. You could even take an inexpensive vacation while you rent out your home for the event weekend. Well, you might be worried about the party getting out of hand while you're away. Well, Airbnb does offer a host damage protection policy for your home for up to $1 million in coverage. Another great way to earn extra income is to turn your skills into money. Do you have a passion for photography? Do you have an artistic ability? Then these skills can be excellent side hustles. Even if you think that you're not talented or you're not blessed with creativity, you might be surprised at what you can do. For example, my husband and I started a jewelry business a few years ago, and I began selling jewelry online, in stores, and on the weekends at fairs and markets. Neither one of us knew anything at all about jewelry, style, or had any particular interest in jewelry, but we saw an opportunity to make money selling jewelry, and so we invested our time learning about different styles, what types of jewelry people like to wear. I even began making jewelry. We turned this into a nice side hustle. There are many local markets and fairs in towns and cities around the country that are usually pretty inexpensive to have a booth where you can sell your handmade goods, your artwork, or photography. Etsy is another great online marketplace that enables you to sell your goods without having to travel or spend all your day working in a booth. Now, if you need to make some quick cash, then starting a side hustle that takes your personal time can be the best way to do this. That would be things like babysitting, house cleaning, pet sitting, elderly care, doing yard work. This is a great one if you're trying to make some extra money in the summer when lawns go crazy. Another one of my brothers started a small business called Starving Student Lawn Work and was fully booked up within a few weeks with a waiting list. They did a good job and they charged a very reasonable rate. He even started growing the business by hiring friends. This was a lot of hard work, but it can pay well if you really hustle. If you're trying to earn some income on one of these quicklies, then you can market yourself on the Nextdoor app, Craigslist, Facebook community groups. One thing Russell Brunson always talks about are value adds. So for example, if you offer babysitting, maybe offer to do some light cleaning while you're there and help the kids with homework. Again, this sets you apart from the crowd and can fill up your schedule quickly so you can hit those financial goals you're aiming for. Now I'm going to talk about a side hustle that you may not have thought of before. This one requires some upfront cash because this side hustle is dividend investing. What is dividend investing? Dividend investing is when you invest in stocks that pay you a dividend, usually on a quarterly basis. My favorite is investing in Dividend Aristocrats and Dividend Kings. Dividend Aristocrats are companies on the S&P 500 that have raised and paid a dividend for the last 25 years. And a Dividend King has paid and raised their dividend for over 50 years. Some examples would be Johnson & Johnson or 3M. Please note, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You should always speak to your financial advisor before investing. Not only is dividend investing a nice side hustle, but it's also a great way to build wealth over time. Another great benefit of dividend investing is that the income is passive, which enables you to have another side hustle while your dividends grow on autopilot. An important part of my investment strategy and investing is dividend stocks, and it provides a nice income stream for us. If after watching this video, you are not even sure if you want to start a side hustle, but you would like to know a list of jobs where you can make a lot of money without a degree, check out this video right here.